Alright, let's take a look at Raze. Her first ability, Boom Bot, 200 credits to purchase, C to use. Equip a Boom Bot. Fire will deploy the bot, causing it to travel in a straight line on the ground, bouncing off walls. The Boom Bot will lock onto any enemies in its frontal cone and chase them, exploding for heavy damage if it reaches them. So if I go ahead and hit C, it'll bring up this little robot that I can deploy, and we can clearly see his lane of path right here on the floor. And if I click mouse 1, it's this little robot on wheels, and then we can see in front of its face, it has this little scanner that's scanning for enemies. This bot will last 10 seconds until it self-destructs, or until it spots an enemy, or until it's destroyed. Alright, so let's see if I can bank this boom bot or ricochet off this platform here from behind C box and see if we can get into the garage here. And here we go. Yep, so it bounces off the platform, and there we go. My pool skills paid off, and now I'm able to launch that bot and clear this angle, or start detecting for enemies there without exposing myself in the open. Of course, the boom bot is destructible. You'll see here that when I launch the boom bot, it'll go off in a straight line, and it'll detect my friend here, AZK, and then we'll see its animation change. There's a sound cue, and it increases in speed a little bit. And after a few shots, it will be taken out by a pistol, and then within a shot or two from a rifle, it'll be destroyed. The most common way that I've seen Boombot used on offense is go ahead and sending it in first and using it as bait. So unlike Sova's drone where you have to manually control it, the Boombot, you can actually throw it, launch it, let it go, and then trail it closely and use it as bait. And here, if we launch it here into the B site and focus it on the right hand side, if an enemy is sitting here, they will be forced to either shoot it, give away their position, or take the blunt of the damage, which if they are at 150 HP and 50 armor, if they're maxed out in both, it'll take them down to 24 HP. And be mindful of the line of path that you're sending the bot out here. Remember, there's a ricochet to it. So say if I launched the bot here, I'm hoping that it'll ricochet off this and clear this right side. And see, it went here. Let me launch it one more time. So when I launched it, it did clear that right hand side, but not fully. So if an enemy was sitting right here, it would not have cleared this spot. Although that line of sight was really, from my point of view, it looked like it would have cleared this. It did not. So when you are launching the bot, be careful of the line of sight and the ricochet, and when you're on the other side, receiving side of a boom bot, try to out-trick your opponents and let that scanner just be outside of your range, and then you can advance forward and catch people off guard. Alright, taking a look at Raze's second ability, Blast Pack, 100 credits to purchase, Q to use. Instantly throw a blast pack that will stick to surfaces. Reuse the ability after deployment to detonate, damaging and moving anything hit. So if I go ahead and hit Q, you'll see I throw this little satchel C4 that sticks to surfaces with a really quick cooldown or very quick fuse. So if you look on the bottom there, it's about 7 seconds, I would say, 6 or 7 seconds, and boom, it blows up. So any enemies that are caught in this radius will take damage. So the cool thing about Blast Pack is that you can actually stick opponents with it, and if they are maxed out, 150 HP, 50 armor, they will be taken to 75 even HP. So the thing I like about Blast Pack is that you can release it and activate it instantly. So for example, let's say we are holding this angle here, we're defending the B site, and we take someone out, well, we can go ahead and launch another one. In case there's a teammate right behind him, we can go ahead and explode it, and anyone right here on this corner will take damage. So another way we can use Blast Pack, in addition to doing damage here in midair, is that we can use it to boost ourselves. So if I go ahead and back up here onto this box here, if I hit QQ really quick, and if you time it just right, you'll be able to boost yourself. And if you notice an enemy Raze throw their Blast Pack on the wall, you can go ahead and shoot it to take it out. Another thing to mention about Blast Pack is that you don't take fall damage when you are propelling yourself in midair. So for example, let's go ahead and just take some fall damage here from the window. You'll notice my HP there, it takes 16 fall damage. Well, let's go ahead and propel ourselves out the window this time and you'll notice that I won't take any fall damage. Raze's third ability, Paint Shells, 200 credits to purchase, E to use. Equip a cluster grenade. Fire to throw the grenade, which does damage and creates sub-munitions, each doing damage to anyone in their range. So if I go ahead and hit E, we'll notice that we'll have a mouse 1 for a further throw and a mouse 2 for a lob. So if we go ahead and just click mouse 1 here, notice that when it explodes, the initial explosion, it'll launch off these 4 mini grenades. So throw one in the air, and after the fuse, we'll see these 4 little mini canisters blow up, doing massive area effect damage anyone in that zone. If I go ahead and click mouse 2, it'll do an underhand. And similar to Phoenix's fireball, you'll notice that once it reaches a point in the air after there's a certain fuse timer, the grenades come down, and the initial E explosion, the big canister explosion, if a person is standing in that or near that, they will be taken down from full 150 HP and 50 armor down to 82 HP and 14 armor. And then after that, if they take 2 mini grenade damages, they will be taken down to 33 even HP. Anytime you see this thing land near you, you need to haul your butt out of there because that will be lethal damage. Taking a look at Raze's ultimate, Showstopper, Z to use, equip a rocket launcher. Fire shoots a rocket that does massive area damage on contact with anything. So if we hit Z, I'll bring up this little rocket launcher and we'll see a little cooldown starting there with the red bar. If we go ahead and click mouse 1, it shoots a rocket, and upon impact, a huge sphere of area effect damage. If we go ahead and just shoot one down here, and also explode and do lethal damage for anyone caught in it, including yourself. So you are not immune to this, so be careful. You don't want to shoot too close to your feet because that will take you out. And let's say we're on defense here and we're defending the C site and we expect them to be coming up long C. Well, we can go ahead and use our ultimate. We can throw a pack on the floor, elevate ourselves, shoot our rocket over the box, and chain our combos like that. And let's say we're on offense. Well, the ability is pretty straightforward. I mean, pretty much just need a line of sight, somewhere where you can hit a wall or a surface that'll do explosion radius and target the areas that you want. So say if we expect an enemy over there, if we saw them behind this little corner here and platformer back there, well, we can go ahead and line up the shot right here and target this area, and it should get everyone in there. So let's just go ahead and test that. So yeah, that will do lethal damage. So just try to find those lineups. Some of them you may need to play around that radius because you won't have an exact line of sight.